Get him, man. Get him, get him. Go, enter. Oh, you know what way again? Go. This is your guy. Enter. Then it
is not the biggest that we get, but it is about the percentage of votes that we get. And Volta region, when it comes to NDC's results in the presidential, Volta region is always the highest. And that is why it has earned the name the World Bank. Now, in 2020, if you look at the results we got in Volta region, we got 84%, about 84%. But in the past, please, Vuvuzelas, you calm down. When I finish, you can blow to heaven till heaven comes down. Thank you. If you look at the 84%, it is not the highest we have gotten, because in Rawlings' time, MPP used to get single digits in Volta region. In 2020, they have climbed and climbed and climbed, and in 2020 they got 14%. And so it means that they are making inroads into the Volta region. Now, what do? They use propaganda, and they come and tell you that you vote for NDC all the time, and yet NDC has done nothing for you. And so even though we started Japon Adidome Road, we were about 80% complete. The fact that we had even reached 80%, that road would not have been continued. Look at the road from Japon Podoi to Abutia. We had a contractor working on it. That road should have been long finished by now. As soon as we left office, the road came and still. When NDC was in office, Japon Textiles, we revived it. It was working. People had work to do. Today, what has happened to Japon Textiles?
You left it.
And yet, they'll come with propaganda and say NDC has done nothing for you. And you know what they do? You see, NDC invests in things that will benefit the people, their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren. When we provide electricity, you're not the only ones going to enjoy it. Your children and your grandchildren are going to enjoy it. When we build infrastructure in your schools, you're not the only ones going to enjoy it. It will be there for your grandchildren. When they are ill, they will go to the hospital. When we provide drinking water, you're not the only ones going to drink that water. Your children will come and drink that water. But what the MPP does is, they'll come and choose amongst you 1, 2, 3, 4 people. And when they steal the money, they'll give them some. And so they also will come and give you 200, 200, 200, 200. And you say, oh, since we started elections, nobody has given me 200, so I'll vote for MPP. But you forget that the more lasting development, the more lasting benefit, that benefits not only your community, but generations get unborn. You forget that now by election. So a song came. Yedi, oh, Chasopoku Sikano, Yedi. You see, the van that carries money from bank to bank. When bank needs money, they put the money in a van and they take it to the bank. Those, they call them bullion vans. Those bullion vans were in a send-off. And they were packed with 200 CD notes. 200 CD notes. And I went to a send-off myself. And anybody who was going to vote 200 CDs, 200 CDs, 200 CDs, 200 CDs, 200 CDs. And we told the people, we said, look, at first the people were afraid. They said if you chop the money and you don't vote for them, Pele will catch you. And we told the people, if somebody steals your money and the person brings your money back to you, there's no Pele matter in this one. And so collect the money and chop it. I said no, they chopped the money. But they went and voted for the truth. Nobody has died from Pele in Afrin North for chopping that money. So they are going to come with the money. And I'm telling you, the people of Japan, not Tong, because the money is your own money. And when you go to the ballot box, vote for the truth. We all know what we've gone through in this country over the last 8 years. I mean, nothing is working in this country anymore. I mean, look at national service people who are giving a selfless service to their country. That's why we call it national service. And we have given a law that when you finish a tertiary education, you must go and do national service, whether you want it or not. And so these young boys and girls finish school and go and do national service. Never in the history of Ghana, because that allowance is meager. I think it's about 700 CDs today, 700 CDs, that's all they get. The allowance is meager. And never in the history of this country have national service allowances been in arrears. Never ever been in arrears, except under Baumia and Akufo-Addo. National service people have not been paid for several months. Nothing is working. They went and deceived these young people and said they are NAPCO volunteers or whatever, and took them to different places to go and work and give service. They too, how much were they paying? 700 cities. How many years? They owe these NAPCO trainees 10 months arrears. Is there any NAPCO trainee here? Okay. They owe them 10 months arrears. Nothing is working. When we told the nurses and teachers, we said, look, we want to increase the numbers because more. And Akufo-Addo said, no, he's a wicked man. He's a wicked man. When we come, we'll pay you the allowances. Today, some of those allowances are in arrears for 30 months. 30 months, 30. There are people who went to first year nursing training, finished third year, and didn't get allowance even once. You see, that's why we say dishonesty. And when they say some people lie, it is because they can't be trusted. All they want is to win political power. And so they will tell you the sweetest things you want to hear. But NDC does not talk, we act. We are not talkers, we are actors. And so when we said we were going to rehabilitate the Adomi Bridge, we did it. When we said we were going to do the Juapong Adidome Road, we did it. We gave the Eastern Corridor Road on contract. Workers were busy on the road from Esikuma Junction towards Peki and towards Ave. When they came, they asked all contractors to stop work. they are going to investigate before they continue. They investigated and there was nothing. Up to today, the Eastern Corridor Road is not finished. But I think it's God, in his own design, decided that that road will be finished by NDC. And so it's a priority for us. When we come, the Eastern Corridor Road, we're going to tackle it as a priority and we'll finish it so that we can ease the traffic going on the road from here all the way to Boko.
Now, follow me and let's look at how MPP is conducting its campaign trail.
Retirement. Not to be Mr. Case, we will say a freestyle Ghana from 1957. Ebekane, your president be our Ghana China and Adu Dakwakufo. Messi a freestyle 1957. Bekane, one form of Kwame Nkrumah, one form of Obia the Wabadi Mampania, one Ghana who buy, and the Ghana colony China and Adu Dakwakufo.
We are breaking the 8. We are breaking the 8. They delay us in 2008. They can't stop us. We are united than before. They can't stop us. We are united. We are breaking the 8. We are not going to give it to you. John Mahama, you are not the option. We are not going to give it to you to spoil the good work that Nadu has done. We are not going to give it to you. We are united. We are united. We love Ghana. We love Ghana. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is trying to succeed. We are breaking the 8. We are breaking the 8. Breaking the 8. Breaking the 8. It's a movement. It's a movement. It's not Ghana. Thank you very much.
You see, sometimes when you need something from the people, you have to ask nicely. Yes, if you want Ghanaians to renew your mandate or to keep you in power, it's not like you can come to them and say we are breaking the 8. Come on, we've passed that. This is not 1945. This is the 21st century. We're in 2024. And you know this Gen Z, this young one, these 2000 born children that are now coming out, you see how smart they are. Tell the people, sell them your policy, sell them your ideas, sell them your vision. But this time around, NDC is not playing. You can see GM is playing smart. He took his time with a lovely tone. He's explaining his 24-hour economy. He was able to remind Ghanaians about what he did very well for them, which the people liked. And when he comes, the mistake he made, he will correct it and he will improve upon it. And the people are buying into it. You can see it. But look at what MPP is doing at the moment. As to whether it's helping them or not. You can tell them about the free SHS policy, which is social intervention policy. The people like it that much. So maybe you can play around that and see whether they will buy into it. But so far, so good. You can see it's working for NDC. I don't know. And now, there's a rumor going out that, look, since MPP is becoming desperate because they realize that power is slipping from their hands, they are likely to connive with EC. And you can see international election observers are also blowing alarm. So pay attention and see the discussion on Metro TV. Thank you.
And even in Ghana have taken on different digital twists. In Ghana here, we've seen the use of the biometric devices, which in some time past, there were some issues of some going missing even at our electoral body. Tell us, what possible other threats can we face ahead of the December 7 elections in Ghana when it comes to data and protection of the electorate's data?
Thank you. Thank you very much. So Ghana, we use the BVMs or the biometric voter verification machines. And BVMs face several cyber threats that can undermine the integrity and the overall election process. I'll give you 5 of those. The first of all is the malware, and it's a malicious software can be introduced into these BVMs to alter their functionality, steal data, or disrupt the entire operations. And malware can lead to unauthorized access, data corruption, or system shutdowns. And this can affect the entire voting process. The second one I'll give you is the DDoS attacks, or what we call distributed denial of service attack. And here attackers overwhelm the system with a flood of requests and causing the BVMs or supporting infrastructure to overcome or to become slow or unresponsive. So in this way, maybe the EC's website will become very slow or will not be responsive at all. And DDoS attacks can prevent voters also from being verified, leading to long delays and potentially disenfranchising voters. Another one I'll give you is the unauthorized access. And here criminals gain access to these BVMs because, for example, we are aware some are missing currently. So criminals gain access to these BVMs or their networks through hacking techniques, such as exploiting vulnerabilities or using the stolen credentials. And unauthorized access can lead to tampering with voter data, and this will alter verification processes or it will disable the machines. So these are some of the things we are facing when it comes to that. The fourth one I'll give you is data interception, and this is what we call man-in-the-middle attacks. And attackers intercept potentially alter data in that is being transmitted within the infrastructure. And interception can result in the manipulation of voter information, and this can actually affect or disrupt the entire process. And the final one, which we all know and we have been hearing a lot at our workplaces, is phishing attacks. And criminals will use deceptive emails or messages to trick election officials into revealing sensitive information or installing malware. And phishing can lead to the compromise of administrative accounts and systems, providing attackers with access to critical components of the voting infrastructure. So these are some of the 5 threats that ACDT come up with and have issued this warning to the public and the EC.
So, Divine, help us. At what point should the electoral body or any other agencies, let's say the security agencies and any other observer groups, at what point should they come together and put together systems that will stop these forms of attacks? Is it early days yet? Is it too late? Or is it just about the right time?
It's not late. It's not too late. I think the time is now that we are all aware of it. Stakeholders from all the political parties, stakeholders within the country should all come together and discuss how they are going to tackle these issues in the first place. And secondly, the Electoral Commission should be transparent with its IT controls or cybersecurity control mechanisms to all stakeholders so they know where the deficiencies are, what vulnerabilities are there, what is actually within the Electoral Commission's risk register regarding IT security. And when all stakeholders look at this, they will know how to tackle it. If the EC does not have a risk or an IT risk register in place, then they need to, all stakeholders need to order actually audits or penetration testing into the infrastructure to be sure that we don't have any vulnerabilities within the system. So I think the time is now.
So I want to find out, has your outfit presented these concerns to these stakeholders in Ghana's electoral process? Have you presented this to them?
Yes, we have issued a press release, and we are working to, we are also available to work with all stakeholders so that we can address these issues.
Beyond this press release, beyond this that the media have put out there for the general public to be aware of, I'm asking whether you've taken particular steps to approach these institutions like the EC, the police, let's say Kodeo and others, these key stakeholders?
Yesterday, it was try me to, but today, I command you to stand up because you have already voted for me. Stand up, yes. Yesterday, it was try me to, but stand up now.
Authority to reach out to other stakeholders to begin to work on these issues.
All right. Divine Agbeti, we will end the conversation here, but subsequently, when we need more clarification, we will reach out to you again. Thank you very much for your time. Divine Agbeti is a cybersecurity lead and head of advisory at the ACDT. Let's do some other stories outside of elections and senior presidential advisor to the president.